Sometimes when the market are difficult to read, when it is we have the impression that we are in range, it is difficult to read, right? We can get lost and have uncertainty about where the trend may want to go. So in this video, I will show you how to read inverted A plus setup in difficult market because those inverted A plus setup often appears in difficult market. This will take in, I will analyze mainly 15 minutes. Most of the time, those difficult market happen on 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. So I will analyze 15 minutes only. And then most of the time you can go on 1 hour, 4 hour to have some confirmation about the direction bias. So here are the steps that I will follow. Here are the criteria, and here are the phenomenon. Here are all of the phenomenon that appear that create those, how you can read well the difficult market. In this color, I'll show you those data that are in colors, right? Are the event that you need to read, are the principle that you need to follow. And those are the criteria of those principles when you are in difficult market, how to read it. So we start with the first one, that is the TK correction that will continue. Okay, here is the TK correction that will continue. What do I mean by that? Sometimes, sometimes you are in an option market like that, all right? So you know that the market is an option, but you don't know when does this correction will end, right? So when do you know that this correction will end? Is it year? Is it year? Is it year? Is it year or year? Before continuing to the upside, when, where, at which level? So that's that. To know it, you need to have some criteria to follow. So if the candle, so the first criteria is that the candle must be above Kijun like this, right? So when we are going to the downside like this, okay, and then the candles start going up, Kijun is here, the candle must cross Kijun above, right? So we are going to the upside and then we have the correction. And now, how do you know that this is the time that the correction is about to start back? The candle, the green candle must be above the Kijun, first of all. Secondly, Tenkan and Kijun must be above SSB and SSA, like above the cloud. So even if Tenkan is inside the cloud like this, Tenkan and Kijun are above SSB is enough, right? And then the second one is that Tenkan is is below Kijun. So sometimes what happens is that sometimes you have Kijun here, the candle cross above like that to the upside, and then but you have Kijun going down, Tenkan going down like this, Tenkan going down like this, but in the chart you see a candle crossing above Kijun, and you don't understand what is happening. To understand that, you just need to know that this is a phenomenon, right? This is a phenomenon, and during this phenomenon, that's how it works. That's how you know that the trend will continue, because it looks like a divergence. Candles are above all of the Ishimoku, all the Ishimoku lines, but Tenkan is going to the down, is below Kijun. Is below Kijun. Candle is above Kijun, the Tenkan is below Kijun. So it can be confusing, but it is actually a sign that it is going to the upside. So Shiku is above the price. Yeah. So for this green candle, I took the ruler and then I saw Shiku above the price here at this point. So it's a setup that shows you that we are about to go to the upside. So this is a pattern that shows the continuation toward the uptrend. Okay. Let us take this example. Let us find an example about this. Let me go on 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay, let us take this example, for example. Look at this at this level. What do you see? The first thing is that this candle is above Kijun, right? This is Kijun. Is above Kijun. But at the same time, Tenkan is instead looking to the downside. It makes as if we have two directions like this. Which one will you choose? Why is it? There are people, because there is a bias that said follow ticket cost. If you follow ticket cost now, you will sell, right? But for this specific element, you should not sell, you should buy instead. And mostly, when you pick like this, the candle is about to go out of the Shiku is about to go out of the price, but it's not yet go out of it. So how do you validate this one that it will be an uptrend here? So if I take a ruler like this, you go on 4 hour. As I said, you can confirm with one time frame above. You go on 4 hour. What do you realize at this level? Exactly at this level, we just have a what? A Tenkan setup in 4 hour, right? We just have a Tenkan setup in 4 hour. This is a Tenkan setup. A Tenkan setup means what? Means that it must play, must bounce and then go to the upside like a basketball bounce on the floor to go to the upside. So we are still in a continuity to the upside. That's what validates the fact that at this level, even if it looks like a diversion, something that is going down, that may go down, it's just a correction that is ending. The bottom of the correction is ending at this level. So that's when you can actually buy. Let me try to look for another example. Okay, let us take, no, not this one. I wanted a stronger example. That make you think like it's not continuing. Okay, let me go on 15 minutes. So what I have here in 15 minutes is what? I want to find this example. Okay. This can be one of the example, but it doesn't look like very clear, very complex. I want something that is a little bit difficult to see, because we are talking about difficult market to read. One is a little bit difficult to read, right? Can we have this one? We have one. Yeah. Okay, let me take this. Yes, it's almost the same, right? At this level. The candle is out of the cloud. It's out, it's below Kijun. You may have a bias that is going down. But another person will say, no, it's going up. See how we have a TK course. Tenkan is now above Kijun. Which direction do we take? Do we sell or do we buy? To have an answer, you can actually check Shiku too at this level, 25 bar. We're out. Shiku were out. To have a direction, you know if this one is the end of the correction, you can just come here 1 hour. You will see that we just have an SSA setup now. So the SSA setup is playing now. So you should not be buying here. You should just be selling. It's a sell setup. It's not because you see some type of that looks like a diversion. It's not about diversions. It's not the word diversions. It's about the fact that the way you think in setup, and then you can validate the phenomenon. And then you have an SSA that is playing now, and then that's what it is showing in 15 minutes. This is what it is showing in 15 minutes here. You should not be buying just because you have been going down since long time. No, you should not just be buying just because of that. So okay, so this is a clear sell, right? This is a clear sell. So the next one will be the end of a downtrend with a reverse Kijun. How do you know that after a downtrend? How do you know? You know that a downtrend is like something like this. The price is going down. How do you know that this one is the end of the downtrend? How do you know? So to know that is the end of the downtrend, Tenkan should be at the top of Kijun. First of all, the first signal is Tenkan should be at the top of Kijun. You see here, Tenkan here is above Kijun. Okay, that's the first. So we are going to the downtrend like this. How do you know that at this level is the end? First of all, Tenkan must be above Kijun. But the candle go down to the bottom and show a reverse Kijun, which give the impression as if the price want to continue down, but no. What I'm trying to say here is that when this candle, this big red candle, close below Kijun and Tenkan, it crossed above the two line, Tenkan and Kijun at the same time, and it closed below. You can think that, oh, this is a good sell opportunity, let me sell. But that's not the case. That's actually a good buy. And it is giving you a reverse Kijun. This Kijun is a reverse Kijun. It is happening below the cloud, like this one. See, for example, how do you know that at this level you have a reverse Kijun? This one is a reverse Kijun. You can see that if you were selling all of these, you needed to wait. Tenkan going, the candle go up, Tenkan going above, this Tenkan going above Kijun, right? When Tenkan go above Kijun now, what will happen here will be an inverted setup of Kijun. Because the normal setup, Kijun setup is what? Is setup. What is the normal Kijun setup? In the normal Kijun setup, what happened? Here is, for example, a normal Kijun setup. In the normal Kijun setup, the candle, here is Kijun setup. The candle must be between the cloud and Kijun. But in that case, and then we continue to the downside, but in this case, in this particular case, the candle is not between the cloud and Kijun. The candle is below the cloud, below Kijun. But actually, we are going to the upside, right? So, and Tenkan, that's it. That's an inverted setup. And that's a good time to buy. That's an inverted setup of Kijun. That confirms you the start of an uptrend after a downtrend like this. You may want to go on 1 hour to try to validate the reason why. Why was it a good time to buy here? Why was it a good time to buy here? For the moment here, I cannot say that it was a good time. Go on 4 hours now to know why should you buy. Why will you have a bias to buy like this in 15 minutes? For this moment, I don't see any reason why. Then when I go on daily, what do I see on daily? In daily, I see an SSA setup showing you that it is a time to buy now because you have a block, like a floor, a basketball floor. This candle just bounce and then we need to go to the upside now. So that's it. Internet is okay. Okay, that's what's happening now. That's what's happening. right? That is exactly it now. You see. Because you are inside a setup of SSA, of daily SSA, you know that you can take, because you are covered by this floor, you can take this buy. Okay. But the Kijun, an inverted Kijun is not the only Kijun that exists. There is also an inverted Tenkan. If you see very well, you see Tenkan SSA and inverted SSB too. They are inverted setup. Inverted setup. Let me show you an inverted SSA, for example. Let me show you an inverted SSA. I want to show you an inverted SSA. Okay, let me show you this one. This one is an inverted SSA, right? You know why? This one. This SSA, this is touching SSA like this, but it doesn't continue. This one will lead a lot of people using moving average Ishimoku line to buy. Somebody will say, okay, in 15 minutes we bought, what is happening here? In 15 minutes, we have a big candle crossing above all Ishimoku line. Tenkan, Kijun, SSB, SSA are buy. Then you eat a stop loss. No, that's not how you read this. To read this very well, you need to be aware of the fact that this one is an inverted SSA. Because the normal SSA is that, right? This is the normal SSA here, for example. The normal SSA is that SSA is below SSB, first of all. Then the candle comes and touch SSA like this, and then we can continue to the downside. But for this one, SSA is above, SSA is SSB is here, and SSA is above. And then when you see that it's an inverted, because it is making it's not the normal movement. It's like the reverse dunk, something like that, the reverse figure. Why does it make the reverse figure here? It's because in 1 hour, you will see it's not like abnormal to understand this. In 1 hour, you will see that we have a setup that's running now. In 1 hour, let me remove all of the drawing. Look, we're at this point. In 1 hour, what do we see? Let me put the rectangle, the crossing. I want to see just this part. We see that we have a Kijun setup. Is that not a Kijun setup? This is a Kijun setup in 1 hour, right? That is what then it makes you believe that the setup in 15 minutes is just an inverted SSA that is about to play out. So I just look at one confirmation, in a high time frame above, to be sure that this is just a Kijun setup. That's what is playing. A Kijun setup is playing in 1 hour, and 15 minutes is just smaller than 1 hour. 1 hour has more weight. 1 hour that has more weight. So that's an inverted setup of SSA. And here is an inverted setup of Tenkan for this one. It makes as if it's going to the upside. There are many people who come here. Oh, they told me to buy to buy the Kijun line. When it broke above Kijun, then I buy here, and then you eat a surplus. It's just an inverted setup. It's just an inverted setup because when you look at this place in 1 hour, this Tenkan is an inverted Tenkan. First of all, the normal Tenkan is when Tenkan is below. Tenkan must be below Kijun like this, and then the price go below and then touch Tenkan at this level. This is the setup Tenkan, and then we continue to the downside. That's the normal setup. This one is an inverted because Tenkan is actually above Kijun, and then it makes as if it is continuing to the upside. That leads people to the loss, to confusion, so that those who doesn't know how to invest, those who are not mechanically good, great. So you can just, I lost the lost it. I did not mark. Let me just go back like this. Can I? Oh. Okay. Okay. Wait, at this level, yes. Let us go in 1 hour and see. You see that what do we have here? We have a clear what? We have a clear, the setup, the inverted setup was somewhere here. But what is happening in 1 hour? 1 hour is it is Tenkan setup that is playing out now, right? So we should not be buying in 15 minutes here. It's just a sell. And that is how you can then be sure that you are in the right direction. That's how you can be sure that you are in the right direction. That's an investor setup. Okay. So the next one is that the wide crossing of TK and Tenkan and Kijun. When Tenkan and Kijun crossing is wide, like this, it's not a fusion, it's not a skinny. We can see an inverted setup appear. For example, sometimes you can see like Sangoku Kamehameha, like when Tenkan is going above Kijun like this, and Kijun is going to the downside. This course is start with a large wide space between Tenkan and Kijun. When there is that space, let me show you what I try to do. When there is that large space wide, you will have you can know that this is an inverted setup, and you can have a Kijun, an inverted Kijun. Let me look at the wide separation. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. It happened a lot on 15 minutes. Those are the things that happen a lot on 15 minutes. This one is not that wide. Is it wide here? This one look wide, right? Not that wide. I want something that is very large. Okay, yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted. For example, see this 15 minutes. See this course. At this point, when you see the course, they can go in like this and Kijun going down like this. The space between during the separation is large, too large. It's not a fusion like this at the course, after the course. Do you want to see a fusion when okay, see for example, this one. Tenkan was below, and when they cross back, see how they close to each other. The other one was like this. That is too large. So during this large, after the course, this enlargement after the course, that just means that it's about to reverse to the upside. And when you reverse to the upside, you are about to see an inverted Kijun setup. An inverted Kijun setup like this. And then this is where you buy. It's still a setup, but this is where you buy. And this inverted Kijun setup happened a lot of time in 15 minutes. So I'm showing you that because it actually happened a lot of time. And people can be confused that how come Tenkan goes up, Tenkan is going to the upside, Kijun is going to the downside. What's happening? It's just an inverted setup. Enlargement creates that kind of illusion. But it's not an illusion, it's a clarity. It's an illusion when you don't know. But when I tell you, and then you practice 1, 2, 3 times to identify that, it's not an illusion. It's just an obvious thing. Now, the next thing is that Kijun curve. Kijun curve, is that right? Because you need to understand Kijun curve. Kijun curve, is that right? The price is going down like this, right? At a certain moment, you will see Tenkan going like this and then making this, right? No, oh, sorry. At a certain moment, you see, yes, Tenkan going like this and then making this movement, right? But that would be for Tenkan. But then Kijun will be making this. At a certain point, you will see him instead go to the downside. And you don't know how to interpret this movement. For this movement, how do if you just have to read, if you just have to read the Tenkan and Kijun, if you just have to read Tenkan and Kijun for volume, which direction the price is taking now, up or down? This direction is an uptrend, and this phenomenon is called a curve, because at this point in time, what will happen is that this Kijun will look to the downside like this, right? It will look down as if the candle are keep going down, but Tenkan will go up as if the candle are keep going up, right? The price is still going up, but you will see that the price will start going up like this. Why? Why so? Because this phenomenon is called curve. The phenomenon when Kijun goes to the downside like this, turn and then go up. This turn is like you have a bucket and you are going to the river to carry water or to the well to carry water. If your bucket is not like this, you cannot have water to bring home. You cannot be putting water inside there. It's like you are carrying water with a fork. So Kijun must make this like this movement, this curve like this. So at a certain point, you will realize that when the curve is not yet happening, it will be like two direction of the volume, and you are getting lost. Most people get lost when they see two direction like that. One direction of Tenkan to the upside and another direction of Kijun to the downside. They get so lost. And when they get lost like that, they start feeling anxious, uncertain. They start saying that I'm uncertain, I don't know. I'm uncertain, I don't know. It's just because you are not used to this phenomenon. This phenomenon is just called a curve of Tenkan. This is it. You see that a curve of Kijun. You see that how Kijun is going down, right? And Tenkan is going up. If I show you this graph and then I don't show you the future, what will you say that the price is doing? You say that I don't know. Most people who will cheat on this answer will say that since they are seeing more green candles than red candles, they will see a buy. No, it's just that this is a phenomenon. Because now, how do you want this price to go up? How do you want this price to go up without Kijun going below Tenkan? When Kijun is going below Tenkan like this, it's just a sign that you want to pass on the other side of the trend. It's a sign that you are going to we are changing our volume direction. We are going to the other side for the buys. This correction, this downtrend is finished. Now we are going to the other side. You cannot go to the other side without going below Tenkan. Impossible. If Tenkan keeps saying below you, volume doesn't in 2D, volume doesn't work. If Tenkan keeps saying below like this, it means that we are still in a downtrend. We are not ready to go to the upside. So this for reversal, right? This setup is for reversal. If you want to understand reversal, you need to understand this setup. This also happened a lot of times. So let us look at the candles. Look at this. Look at this part. If I place you like this, I don't show you the future, the right side. If I place you like this, what will you say? You can say that, oh, I'm confused. I see that Kijun is going down, Tenkan is going to the upside. What should I do? I buy or I sell? Let me just leave. Let me go and sell. No. This is just the right moment for you to buy, because you cannot be carrying. How will you carry water if you don't have a bucket like this. So Kijun must go down below Tenkan first, then go to the upside and create this curve like this for the market to go to the upside. And then sometimes you will see this inverted Tenkan, inverted Kijun setup here. And it's inside this inverted Tenkan setup that you take a buy. It is inside this that you take a buy. There's another place where we can see also this. This is a very that movement, right? This phenomenon, right? See, for example, Kijun wanted to, like, the price wanted to continue the upside here, right? See what Kijun did here. He went down first, creating this bucket before going up. It's a normal pattern of Kijun. That just means that when you see it, when you are seeing it in real happening, just know that you just want to go to the upside. Don't be afraid. Like, it's a normal behavior. It's like the baby, when you just have a baby, when you just born a baby, the baby is less than 1 year old. When the baby cries, he's not like crying to disturb you. That's the ways he's talking to you. There are some type of cries that you know, the way the baby cries that parents know, right? Even the little brothers know that my little sister who just born, when she cries like this, she want to eat. When she cries like this, she want to go and pee. When she's doing, and the first 3 years of a baby, of most baby, they don't talk. They talk with cries. So there's a way in the sound of their voice. So in this, so you need to be able to interpret it. It's the same thing for Ishimoku. Ishimoku, when they want to do a reversal, we're going to the downtrend like this. And now I want to go to the upside. At the same point, for Kijun to go to the upside, for the price to continue with Kijun to go to the upside, Kijun must first of all close below Tenkan. Tenkan must go up, Kijun must go down. And then Kijun must create this curve like this and then continue to the upside. It's a normal pattern. It's a normal something. Even for it's a normal. So the curve is a very normal event, normal phenomenon, normal event, normal phenomenon, normal anything. It is super normal. See, for example, this one. See, when we're trying to make this downtrend, what did you see? Tenkan Kijun going to the upside, right? Turning, then go down. Kijun going above Tenkan, Tenkan going below. Kijun must go above, turn like this before going down. During this turn, that's when you need to enter. You enter during the turn, during the bucket. It's like the cap. Okay. So don't be afraid that you don't understand what is happening. You can understand, and by confirming, by even confirming the higher time frame, if I place a line like this, you will see that you had a fat TK, and then we are about to do a reversal. So this turn just show you when to enter for this small buy, for this small sell. Sorry, this sell graph, none that. So the next one is then Fufu staircase for end of correction and restart of a resumption of upward trend. Why the Google tradition give big word like this? What is resumption? I know restart, or the restart of an upward trend. So for this one, Fufu. What is Fufu, first of all? First of all, Fufu is a part of the cloud that looks like a this is a head, man, and UFO head. Those are the two eyes of UFO. If you have a mouth or nose, I don't know. So Fufu is this part of the cloud that looks like this, and that has a color inside like this. Sometimes it can also be green. Fufu has that. Fufu is like a food in an African food. For those who doesn't know, if you type fufu and this This is it. That's what Ishimoku has here. You can look at it if you see me. Let me in any time frame, not because I said 15 minutes. I just wanted to so look at okay. See for example this. You see this fufu now. It's a small cloud. It's a small cloud compared to the long one. The main cloud is this green cloud is the main one that is going to the upside, but you will see small, bigger one, but then small one, then bigger one, then small one. That's fufu. That's what I call fufu, right? So, so what you need to understand is that uh, the cloud is going like this. And then that was SSA, then this SSB. This SSB, right? That one was SSA. This SSA, right? And then what is happening is that this green. This fufu will be red. This fufu will be red. During an trend, this fufu will be red, like UA4. Those fufu look like UA4 eyes, right? And then we have the main green cloud that is. Let me use this. You have something like this. The main green cloud. Okay. So the main, you know that when you have candles, the candles are going to the upside like this, and then because the trend is going to the upside, right? So what's happening is that I realized that during an uptrend, the next fufu will not come and touch, will go down, but will not pass the size. If you take the previous fufu, this is the previous fufu here, P. This is the new fufu. When this candle will start going down like this and create this one, right? They can go down. This cloud will not be because with the fufu, we want to know when does the correction finish. So if I'm going to the uptrend like that, when do I know? Where do I know that the correction is finished? This is where this fufu will be created at this level, right? It can go down, but you will not pass below this red fufu. And then even the candle can go down, but they will not pass below this red fufu. They can go down, they can bounce here, then continue to the upside. That's why I'm showing here. You see that this is the previous fufu, right? The new fufu is actually at this level. It cannot go down. It just touched at this level and then it continued. This one was an economic news, then it continued to the upside. This is another fufu that has been created. This is the new fufu. The new fufu should not go below. It has not been imprinted below this one. It stay above here, and the candle just bounce at the top of this fufu shape line when I projected it to the right side, and then it continued to upside. That's also something that happened a lot. That's a good remark to see when does the correction downtrend finish. So you can have this fufu. If I take a rectangle like this, from the top of the red cloud to the bottom, and then increase the red color just to have the fufu shape, right? This is the fufu shape. You see that this fufu did not come close, did not touch this one, right? So let me take another one. Let me take this fufu and then look at the candle above. You see, I take the size, the width from top to down. You see that the candle started rising from here, went up, and then the maximum level when they touch here, then they continue. And the fufu, this fufu did not go below this one. Right? So that's what's happening. To understand when does you are going to the uptrend and you are sitting in the uptrend, how do you know that you are keep going to the uptrend? You can look at fufu ending or the Canada end at the level of fufu. You can look at that way. That's it. Okay. I think I don't have any more. Yes, I think that's good there. So the procedure for you to is to do all of this and send screenshot. You see, at this screenshot, you send screenshot in the group. You do pick a pair, first of all. You can duplicate this Google Sheet if you want. Pick a pair, continue, make the continue ticket correction. The ticket correction will continue. Identify it on 15-minute chart. Do it only on 15-minute chart. Do also the end of the trend. Invest Kijun setup. The invest Kijun setup. The invest Kijun A plus setup. This is also an A plus setup. An invest Kijun A plus setup is also an A plus setup. Those are still A plus setup. Those are not. Those are all A plus setup. Invest setup are A plus setup too. So then do the Y crossing, identify, take a screenshot, do the Kijun curve, do the fufu staircase, and then take a screenshot, send in the group, and validate other students. Let other students validate you. Stay positive. Don't judge, don't criticize, and just be encouraging with each other. Don't be negative. Just be positive. Even if you have to say something about the work of the other person. With that, stay strong.